nach einem Weitsprung, wie der offene Wassergraben darstellt, die Pferde wieder aufs Hinterbein zu kriegen, wie man im Fachjargon sagt, weil dann wartet ein delikater Steilsprung, ein Hochsprung wieder in grau und hellblau gehalten mit diesem Gatter unterbaut, das ist Hindernis 7. Folgt eine Wendung an der kurzen Seite am Ein- und Ausritt vorbei auf linke Hand, auf die Passage des Restaurants. Dort ist die dreifache aufgebaut in den Farben von Interhorst und Böckmann Center Zürich mit einem Einsprung als Ochser, dann 2 Galoppsprünge auf Steilsprung und ein Galoppsprung erneut auf Steilsprung in Rot, Weiß und Schwarz gehalten und an der Jury vorbei gegen die Anzeigetafel gesprungen, wiederum die Distanzaufgabe auf Hindernis 9 mit diesen uni-gelb-grünen Stangen, der Ochser, der die Nummer 9 trägt. Von dort geht es dann noch einmal durch die Gegendiagonale gegen den Ein- und Ausritt über die Mauer in den Farben von Qualispan, grün und beige gehalten. Und in direkter Linie auf Hindernis 11 dieser luftig aufgebaute Ochser in Blau und Weiß von Ruflin Horse Passion, also der Sprung unseres Parcourschefs. Bildet dann das zweitletzte Element dieses Parcours, bevor die Wendung noch einmal nach rechts geht, am Ein- und Ausritt vorbei auf den letzten Sprung. Das ist der B&M Ochser mit den orangefarbenen Stangen, bildet dann den Abschluss dieses Parcours. Dieser Parcours erzieht sich also über 12 Hindernisse und abgefragt werden 15 Sprünge. Ladies and gentlemen, a heartily welcome here at the Zurich Youth Masters 2022. On behalf of the Fédération Équestre Internationale, we are delighted to welcome you to the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Qualifier here in Zurich, Dielsdorf. It is with great excitement that we discover the rising stars of tomorrow as this 2022 season unfolds. The FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Series provides an essential foundation for our sport, teaching young athletes the importance of teamwork and companionship, all while allowing them to gain experience at international level. It is thanks to the organizers, partners, volunteers and officials that we can provide such an incredible platform for our youth stars to come together and shine. This series offers an opportunity for our young stars to work together as a team, create unforgettable memories and kindle a fire for future international representation and success. We wish every nation competing in the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Series the best of luck. Das die Grußbotschaft der Fédération Équestre Internationale, dem internationalen Pferdesportverband. Der Start in 3 Minuten, pünktlich um 13 Uhr. Zürich Youth Masters 2022. Herzlich willkommen zum FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth, der CSIO der Junioren. Hindernishöhe in diesem Parcours, den ich Ihnen vorher kurz erläutert habe, 1,40 Meter. Die Bahn erstreckt sich über 12 Hindernisse, 15 Sprünge, Bahnlänge 460 Meter, erlaubte Zeit voraussichtlich 79 Sekunden. The course in this first round of the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth of the junior class is over 12 obstacles with 15 efforts. Length of the course 460 meters, time allowed 79 seconds. Le parcours de la première manche FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Junior avec un total de 12 obstacles, 15 efforts. Longueur du parcours 460 mètres, temps accordé 79 secondes. Ich darf Ihnen die Jury vorstellen. Sie wird präsidiert von unserem Gast aus Deutschland, der Foreign Judge, der ausländische Richter Stefan Hellwig. Wird assistiert von Otto Knüssel und Bruno Laubscher aus der Schweiz und Richterin beim Wassergraben ist Katrin van Wees aus Deutschland. Der Parcours aufgebaut von Reto Ruflin, Gregory Roulin und ihrem Team aus der Schweiz. Und wir haben, wie bereits erwähnt, 7 Equipen am Start. Der FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth, die letzte und 8. Qualifikationsstation hier in Dielsdorf im Rahmen der Premiere des Zürich Youth Masters 2022 wird eröffnet und wir begrüßen aus Dänemark den 15-jährigen Oldenburger Wallach Aramis von Argentinus, geritten von Emma Ponsa.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back at Zurich to the Zurich Youth Masters. The next class we do have Unclip My Horse, Your Equestrian television channel will be the CSEOG Nations Cup over a height of 1,40 meters. We're going to watch at Nations Cup level to the juniors. We do have 6 countries competing against each other in this class. Denmark, Italy, Austria, Germany, France and home country Switzerland. As we do start with the first rider in this class, as said, over a height of 1,40 meters, Emma Ponseng, riding for Denmark. Her horse Aramis 577 is by Argentinus. First rider in for Denmark. We did had the children already today. France was victorious over there. A second place ex aequo for Italy and Switzerland. 4th position for Germany and the number 5 Belgium. Course seems to be fair. Over a height of 1,40 meters. We had a rail down now in the triple combination. First fence number 8 over there. Makes it a total of 4 so far for Emma Ponseng, Denmark. And then a refusal. Oh, seemed to be a little bit spooky on the vertical, which is placed in the middle of the arena. Have to say, perfect conditions today. Lovely weather. T-shirt weather. The sun is shining. Footing seemed to be perfect as Emma Ponseng on her way to the last, to the final fence. Rails coming out of the cups over there as well. Not the start Team Denmark was hoping for.
Für das Team Dänemark mit Startreiterin Emma Ponseng und Aramis. Leider ein nicht ganz glücklicher Start mit 25 Strafpunkten, darin enthalten 9 für das Überschreiten der erlaubten Zeit, die Zeit 87,63 Sekunden.
Including time penalties, it's a total amount of 25 for the first rider for Denmark. Emma Ponseng with Aramis.
Verloren. Sie wissen, das schlechteste Ergebnis pro Equipe kann dann gestrichen.
4 riders for each country. Only the best 3 results are counting. We do have 2 rounds coming up in this FEI Jumping Nations Cup for the youth, for the juniors in this case. As we continue with Morgana Santini, sounds Italy, and she is riding for the Scuderia. the number 2, Ratia della Castengo. Bred and born in Italy, sired by Lusso del Castengo, out of a dam by Staccato. Born in 2011, makes it 11 years of age. And let's see where the Italians are with their junior equipe here in Zurich, one of the biggest cities in the Schweiz, Switzerland, who has top riders like Mark Bettinger, like Martin Fuchs, like Steve Gerda, and all the others who are competing at the highest CSI 5-star level nowadays. PS Schweizer, not to forget, also takes part in the Global Champions Tour. Fair course so far for Morgana Santini. Coming close there on the final verticals of the triple combination, and in the forward rhythm she kicks out the rail in the Oxer afterwards. That's a spooky vertical in the middle of the course. Now on to the last one with one rail down with 4 penalties. The finish of Morgana Santini seems to be with 4 penalties.
Ratia del Castengo und Morgana Santini mit 4 Strafpunkten für einen Springfehler am Hindernis 9, 75:07 Sekunden die Zeit, 4 penalties 75:07 seconds for Team Italy. Die Startnummer 3 hat die Equipe aus Österreich gezogen und eröffnet wird für diese Equipe durch die 11-jährige Holsteiner Stute Dornrose von Canto Blanco und Quinar Z und Annika Neuhofer.
Annika Neuhofer and Dornrose is by Canto Blanco and Quinar Z. Very blood-typed horse, this one, by Canto Blanco and the Quinar. Also only 11 years of age, performing here at Nations Cup level. Dornrose 32, ridden before by Remco Algauer. Clear round so far. Saya Canto Blanco by Canto and Carolus 1 performed himself in the 1m40s. That's an unlucky rail down. Previous last fence. Oof. And a hesitation, a refusal on the final Oxer. The juniors have to ride a very technical course. Course designer set up a tricky course for them. Technical in the end. And problems for Annika Neuhofer, the first rider for Team Austria.
Leider auch für Dornrose und Annika Neuhofer das erste Ergebnis für Team Österreich etwas hoch ausgefallen. 30 Strafpunkte, davon 10 für das Überschreiten der Zeit, 88,27 Sekunden. A total of 30 penalty points.
And 30 penalty points is not the start Team Austria was hoping for, but they still have 3 competitors left.
Wir kommen zu Team Deutschland. Belegen nach 7 von 8 Qualifikationen den 2. Platz, wo es um die Qualifikation fürs Finale in Kronenberg geht im September. Für Deutschland eröffnet Lacrosse, ein 11-jähriger in Bayern gezogener Wallach von Lord Kidam und Sebastian Honold.
Now the next one in, riding for Germany. On his way for a while already, Sebastian Honold with La Crosse. Also born in 2011. Its father is Lord Quidam. Unlucky over there. Went in the corner already when the rail finally drops down. Puts Sebastian Honold and puts Team Germany at an amount of 4. Now coming into the tricky technical final part of the course. In 5 strides to the previous last Oxer. Nicely ridden in hand, but seemed to be a total amount of 12 penalties.
Für Sebastian Honold, La Crosse und Team Deutschland ergibt dies 12 Strafpunkte, 3 Springfehlerzeit, 74,73 Sekunden.
Yeah, not so easy for the juniors. This FEI Jumping Nations Cup for the youth over a height of 1 meter 40. As said earlier, 6 countries, 6 nations competing against each other. Team France started the day very well as their children won the Nations Cup over a height of 1 meter 25. Let's see in what kind of shape the juniors are. Starting with Jean-Alexandre Legras, Casmia de la Bon, chestnut born in 2012. Sayed by Duc du Murier in the dam line. Eurocommerce Berlin, former team horse of Gerko Schreuder. Safe start. Perfect start to get nice into your rhythm. Now the first double combination, not a problem either for Jean-Alexandre Legras, who pushes its rhythm a little bit more forward to the water vertical, or the water fence, fence number 6. 4 penalties at the vertical afterwards, fence number 7, and now the triple combination is coming up. Oxer's good. 2 strides vertical, and on 1 stride the triple out. All safe, even the difficult Oxer number 9. Now on to the spooky vertical. So far, just 1 rail down. And it stays with 4 penalties. We've been watching to Jean-Alexandre Legras and Casmia de la Bon.
Eigentlich käme jetzt mit Startnummer 6 die Equipe aus Monaco, verfügen jedoch nur über 3 Starter in diesem Team, daher kein Streichergebnis, und das erste Paar für Monaco wird dann in der 2. Runde der Reiterinnen und Reiter der jeweiligen Equipen.
Next one in, the home nation Linus Hanselmann with Kiamant. It's the youngest horse so far which entered the arena. Kiamant is only 9 years of age, sired by Quidam de Revelle.
Der Silbermedaillengewinner der Schweizer Meisterschaften in diesem Jahr bei den Junioren und Mitglied des Teams bei den Europameisterschaften in Oliva.
Former horse of Juan Carlos Garcia. So now seen under the saddle of the Swiss junior Linus Hanselmann. In the saddle of this horse already for a while. Since 2000 at least. Really jumping there over the triple bar. Coming in deep into the double combination. Had some problems jumping out quick enough. Puts him on 4 penalties. This horse really bumps off the ground when he gets the perfect distance. And so far, we did spot 1 rail down, 4 penalties. As we continue with the triple combination. Oxer, vertical, vertical. Smoothly ridden to Oxer number 9. The last line is a difficult line. 5 strides to Oxer number 11. Final Oxer falling a little bit into the inside. Gives him another reel down, and then it's a total amount of 8 penalties.
Mit 2 Springfehlern, 8 Strafpunktenzeit, 73,47 Sekunden, 8 penalties, 73,47 seconds. Somit also nach dem ersten Ritt noch nicht sehr viel sagend, aber 2 Equipen vorneweg mit je einem Springfehler, das sind Italien.
So we've seen all the first riders. France and Italy are taking the lead with 4 penalties. They are ex aequo in the lead. Then we do have Switzerland with 8, Germany with 12, Denmark with 25, and Austria with a disappointing 30 penalties. Second rider of each team. For Team Denmark, Natasha Tang Kaspersen, Beukengaardes Graftop. Born in 2009. Team Denmark really needs a clear after the disappointing 25 of their first rider, Emma Ponsang. But now it's an early reel down. One of the first lines of the course for Natasha Tang Kaspersen. Seemed to happen at fence number 4, the first part of the double combination. That's a difficult fence, fence number 7, a bit spooky. Horses are jumping to the short side of the arena over there. The riders are thinking about their turn to the left already. And they really need to have a plan in this course, where it's still waiting for the first clear round after 7 competitors so far. Missing the rhythm a little bit as he rides in to the last line. Another reel down. And the same happened on the last fence.
Das sind 23 Punkte.
23 penalties for Natasha Tang Kaspersen. And Team Denmark is way down at the moment, at the bottom of the result list so far.
Ist nicht unbedingt die hohe Fehlerpunktzahl, sondern dass diese 23 Punkte in die Wertung gehen. Denn Startreiterin Emma Ponsang totalisierte 25 Punkte, welche im Moment das Streichresultat für das Team aus Dänemark darstellt. Der zweite Reiter für Italien. Mit 4 Punkten gestartet, reitet den 11-jährigen Self-France Wallach Baron d'Aventure von Diamant de Semi und heißt Tommaso Arricca.
As we continue with Italy, with Tommaso Arricca and Baron d'Aventure. French bred by Diamant de Semi and Volcan Rouge. Team Italy on 4 penalties so far. The result of Santini Morgana and Raccia del Castengo. That's a pity. Yeah, the bars are dropping down very, very easily. And it's the first one taking the short turn into the last line. Refusal over there. Yeah, that's a tricky fence. We said it earlier. Vertical on the middle of the arena. Horses do have a lot of problems with that fence over there. And the same counts for Arricca Tommaso, or Tommaso Arricca, with its Baron d'Aventure. Now missing its rhythm. Onto the last fence, onto the last oxer, coming deep. It's a disappointing end
Ja, das Problem mit dieser Zeit ist natürlich, dass pro angebrochene Sekunde ein Strafpunkt addiert wird. Somit sind es schon mal 18 für die Zeit. Insgesamt dann 38 in 96,51 Sekunden, 38 penalties.
38 penalties, the total amount for Tommaso Arica with Baron d'Aventure. Course designer really sets up a tricky course for the juniors. It's not the height, it's not the 1.40 m, which makes this class difficult, but it's very, very technical, especially in the end, after the triple combination. Oxer number 9 is a tricky one. Vertical number 7 drops down very easy. Spooky vertical number 10. And then the last fence, the last orange Oxer, which ain't easy as well. But okay, the level needs to be high as we're watching to a FEI Jumping Nations Cup for the juniors. Second rider for Team Austria, Thomas Himmelmeier. Papillon d'Azur by Lord Betsy. We recognize them as the number 9 of the starting order. Horse which is jumping with a very specific technique. But so far it's only one reel down, but now the more difficult, the more technical part of the course has started with the triple combination. Decides to ride in 7 strides to Oxer number 9, which takes out perfectly. And so far he only had one reel down. Team Austria needs the points. We are on 8 currently. And with a reel down on the final fence, we do have a total amount of 12.
Sind es, die auch bei Österreich in die Wertung gehen, da die 30 Punkte als Streichergebnis vorerst stehen bleiben. Für Thomas Himmelmeier, Papillon d'Azur, die Zeit 77,22 Sekunden, 12 penalty points in 77.22 seconds.
They had, with the first rider, a total amount of 30 penalties. They are gone now. As the 12 of Thomas Himmelmeier will stay up, while we continue with the number 10 of the starting order. So far, a lot of penalties in this technical, heavy Nations Cup for the juniors at the Zürich Youth Masters. Emma Bachel for Germany. German team so far at 12 penalties. Emma Bachel riding classic white. Nicely red. As it's sired by Clarimo within the dam line, the blood of Cassini. Well, let's see if it helps Team Germany to a clear round. Start is good, start is safe. First job for the riders, just to get into the rhythm. Taking risks there, coming in with a lot of rhythm into the double combination. Small touch. Puts also this rider on 4 penalties already. Now the difficult fence number 7, which stays ahead. And with 4 we go into the last part. We describe this part as technically heavy. Looky over there, coming close. A lot of quality. This classic white. Sharp horse, clever horse. On 4 so far. Only the final Oxer, that orange one. Coming deep again. But it stays ahead, and it's a round with 4, only 4 penalties for Emma Bachel with classic white.
72.51 seconds. Somit aktuelles Total nach 2 Starts ohne Streichergebnis 16 Punkte für Deutschland. Mit lediglich 4 Punkten
We have
Rückstand
6
ist die
nations
Equipe aus
competing against
Frankreich.
each other in the FEI Jumping Nations Cup for the youth, for the juniors in this case. The height, 1 meter 2 rounds, and only the best 3 results count for each country. Team France now with their second rider, which is Charles Relcoin with Tam Tam du Vallon. Sounds familiar to me. Tam Tam du Vallon, which is by Augrillon Deschamps out of Adem by Kidam de Revel. And indeed, it sounds familiar, as the former riders of this horse have been Emily Mason and Martin Fuchs. Rode him at the 1 meter 60 level. But also this junior Charles Relcoin set up some nice results already. Have been the number 5 in Vichy over a height of 1 meter 45. They did win a class earlier on in Nancy. And this horse has been victorious in London with Martin Fuchs. Won, for example, a 1 meter 50 class in London, and also a 1 meter 45 with Fuchs in the saddle in Saint-Tropez. Second places in the 1 meter 45 classes, and the same counts for Aachen, Knocken and La Bolle. 4 penalties for Team France. We've been watching to Tam Tam du Vallon and Charles Relcoin. Team France so far in the lead in this Nations Cup for the juniors, as we will watch to the last rider of the second riders of each country. It's the second rider for Swiss, I would like to say, but no, seems to be another country joining the Nations Cup, which will be Monaco. Eva Ray with a Tonique Dick, also a familiar horse. This Tonique. Sired by Magique Del. One of them by Kidam de Revel. Tonique Dick gained experience in the 1 meter 50 classes with Tomel Vencella. De Dam is Opium de Rêve by Kidam de Revel. Jumped herself in the 160s. The Grand Dame Malicieuse jumped herself in the 1 meter 50 classes already. Team Monaco had a rail down on the last fence. Earlier on, also a rail down puts their second rider, their first rider, as Monaco only has 3 riders here in the Nations Cup, on 8 penalties.
Mit 8 Punkten gestartet die Equipe der Schweiz, welcher die letzte Startnummer zugelost wurde. Und als zweites Paar für unsere einheimische Equipe begrüßen wir den 8-jährigen Hannoveraner Wallach Lift the Light On von Lord Pizzi und die Reiterin Lou Puch.
We do move on. Second rider for the Swiss is Lupuk. Leave the Light On by Lord Pezzi and Lordanos. Team Switzerland so far at 8 penalties. But this looks good. They seem to be in a rhythm. Lupuk. So it's not just 6 but 7 countries who take part in this Nations Cup for the juniors. Lovely round so far. Is this the first clear of the afternoon? 5 strides onto the previous last oxer. Puts him on the hind legs again. That's a late drill down.
Fehler an der Mauer von Quali Spahn und am abschließenden B&M Ochser ergeben ebenfalls 8
8
Strafpunkte
penalties.
für das zweite Schweizer
Team
Paar.
Switzerland.
John Lou Puch, Zeit
2 times
75,18
8.
Sekunden, 8 penalties, 75.18 seconds.
As we do continue with the third rider of each country. Taking part in this Nations Cup are Denmark, Italy, Austria, Germany, France, Monaco and their Schweiz. Home country Switzerland has the honor to come in as last. And that vertical number 10 is a very spooky vertical. Caroline Knudsen is showing her Ländlichste Calicon by Di Capo and Coronado the third. The vertical already giving her horse some leg. Put her pedal to the metal. It looks like she's going to ride a jump off, but it's only the first round of the Nations Cup for the juniors where we are currently. And now we're off. First fence cleared by Caroline Knudsen with her Landliste Calicon. One of the younger horses in this class, as he's only 8 years of age. Beautifully ridden, but a real down on a vertical. No one made a mistake before. Vertical number 5. Another down in the triple combination. 8 penalties for Denmark, who really needs a clear round if they want to play a role of meaning in this Junior Nation Cup. 8 penalties. The final oxer stays in the cups. The rhythm was good enough. The time ahead were good enough. 8 penalties, the total amount for Caroline Knudsen and Landlist Calicon.
31 Punkte in die Wertung bereits bei Dänemark. Zu Italien mit 4 und 38 Punkten. Die müssten gestrichen werden können, also total aktuell 42 Punkten gestartet. Das dritte Paar in der Bahn ist der 12-jährige Celle Français Wallach Alaska Dubarry von Kalaska de Semi und Giorgia Riva.
Beautiful start for Giorgia Riva and Alaska Dubarry. It's by Kalaska de Semi. The dam is by Corrado the second. Team Italy. 1 round with 4, just 4. 1 round with 38. We can wipe the 38 away if Giorgia Riva will keep on riding like this. So far it's a clear and it looks safe. They seem to be in a very good shape. Now on to the last line. Spooky vertical number 10 is not a problem for Alaska Dubarry. Are we looking to the first clear of the afternoon? What a pity.
Schade, der Fehler am letzten Sprung.
Local speaker says schade, and indeed it is. Just a reel down, but another 4 penalties for Team Italy, who stays in the lead together with Team France in this Nations Cup for the juniors.
So schlecht für unsere südlichen Nachbarn.
7 countries competing against each other in this technical, tricky Nations Cup. While we continue with Team Austria, with Antonia Weichselbraun, with Chaloubet, where we do see the blood of Chaman and Klas Vidiel. No, it's not the first part which makes this course tricky, but the final part is very, very technical. The riders do really need to have a plan over there. The plan seemed to be made by Antonia Weichselbraun and Chaloubet, by Chaman and Klas Vidiel. Bumping off the poles very easy. Waiting patiently while the next fence appears. Team Austria 30 and 12. So they can use a clear round. And so far it is still clear. Exciting development in this Junior Nations Cup. Only one to go. Be patient. And it's another reel down on the final fence.
Ja, eine der Klippen in diesem Parcours.
It's not easy.
Von B&M mit diesen uni-orangefarbenen Stangen. Auch hier 4 Strafpunkte, 75, 6, 9 Sekunden vor Penalty.
But a great result for
seconds. Somit aktuell
Antonia
16 Punkte
Weichselbraun
für das
and
Team aus
Chaloubet.
Österreich. 30 sollten dann gestrichen werden können. 12 und 4, insgesamt 16 Punkte bisher für das Team aus Deutschland und das dritte Paar in der Bahn für diese
Team Germany. Their third rider is Elena Malin Reitzner.
von Korland und Elena Malin Reitzner.
Guinness is sired by Korland out of Ahorn. And be honest, who doesn't like a good pint of Guinness? We all do. And maybe you can take one at home while you're watching the juniors riding this difficult course, where we are still waiting for the first clear of the afternoon. Guinness 107 has been ridden before by Gunther Treiber. Korland, Ahorn, Emilion. It's the Sina dam line we recognize here. The dam gave already a 1.55 m performer in Eleganto. And their son, Light Koinor, is approved at the Mecklenburg Studbook. Eight penalties for Team Germany, where we've been watching to Elena Malin Reitzner with Guinness.
Somit sind es 12, die in der Wertung bleiben, 12, die hoffentlich gestrichen werden können für das Team aus
So we can
Deutschland.
still skip the 12, makes it a total amount of 12 for Team Germany. Team Italy so far in the lead, together with Team France, and here is the third rider for the French equipe. Alexandre Remo, or Remo, with Bocelli Margot, sired by Calvaro. Scopy stallion we did see in the sport years before, with John and Michael Whittaker. Calvaro Z, who became Dutch champion with Jos Lansink in 1997. In 1998, he became the number 9 at the World Equestrian Games in Rome, second in the Grand Prix of Monterrey. Great results for Calvaro. And Jos Lansink. Oei. Rider drops down after a clear over the last oxer. Not clear what happened over there. But that's a pity.
Das ist jetzt ganz großes
For
Pech.
Team
Schon
France.
haben wir uns gefreut über die Musik für die allererste Nullrunde in diesem FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth. Leider der Sturz vor der Ziellinie. Somit scheidet dieses Paar aus, Alexandre Renaud.
Yeah, and when we finally had a clear round, horse and rider dropped down just before the finish line. So it happened in their course, which means an elimination.
Das ist wirklich Pech.
That's very, very disappointing for Team France, who stays ahead in this Nations Cup with 4 and 4. But an elimination of their third rider puts all the pressure on the final equipe rider for Team France, which is in the lead here in the Nations Cup for the juniors, so together with Italy.
In der Bahn der 11-jährige Zangers Heidewallach Echosan Z von Echo van Spieveld und Anastasia Nilsson.
Now Anastasia Nilsson riding for the equipe of Monaco. Echosan Z. Sayed by Echo van Spieveld. De dam is bij Nabab de Reve. Dam Eureka jumped herself in the 1m40 classes. Bred this horse by Niels Bruinzels. Ridden before by Jeroen Appelen, Tim Prouvé and Rodrigo Gistera Almeida before it left to the stables of Anastasia Nilsson. Representing here the equipe of Monaco. Not just good horses in that equipe, but also good riders, as Anastasia doesn't take any risks on the water fence. And her Echo son showing his scope and his power on the vertical afterwards. We did had a clear for France, but unfortunately horse and rider dropped down just before the finish line. While we are still waiting for a clear round in this Nations Cup for the juniors, and there is the clear round. Team Monaco present here with just 3 riders, but one of them is Anastasia Nilsson, who sets the first clear of the afternoon on the records. Great performance of this young lady representing Monaco, one of these 7 countries competing here in the Nations Cup for the juniors.
Kann dann hoffentlich gestrichen werden, das Heimteam aus der Schweiz. Und wir begrüßen als drittes Paar
Looked very, very easy. They had a clear plan. Everything fits in the round. And maybe this is the example all the others needed. Next one in for Team Switzerland. Jean Paradis and Imperium by Schatman and Kodexko. Team Switzerland, 2 times 8 penalties. While we continue with their third rider. Seem to be in a good rhythm as well. This combination, Jean Paradis, Imperium. But now the last line. A lot of riders had difficulties over here. What a routine. Top right so far. Just one to go. And again, that final Oxer. It's a 4 penalties, but it's nothing to be ashamed. As with 4, you're competing here at the highest rankings. We've had 3 riders of each country, and we do prepare ourselves with the final 7. Denmark, Italy, Austria, Germany, France, Monaco, and their Schweiz competing against each other.
Aktuell mit 56 Punkten. Sie können sich jedoch auf 31 Punkten runterarbeiten mit einer fehlerfreien Runde des Schlusspaares. Das ist die 12-jährige Holsteiner Stute Valerie Ask von Larimar und Frida Munk Lassen.
Frida Munke Lasse en Valerie ASK bij Larimar en Kuwait Capitol. We did have 1 clear round so far. It was the number 19 of the starting order. Anastasia Nielsen for Team Monaco. Final rider for Denmark on 4 penalties so far. Her teammates, 25, 23 and 8 penalties. Team Denmark way ahead of the podium in this Nations Cup class. Team Italy 4, 38 and 4. Austria 30, 12 and 4. Germany 12, 4 and 8. France 4 and 4 and an elimination. Switzerland 8, 8 and 4. And Team Monaco 8 and a clear. And here it is. A nice round with just 4 penalties.
4 Strafpunkte, 76,51 Sekunden for full 76.51 seconds.
So the best result in the team of Denmark in the hands of Frida Munke Lasse and Valerie ASK by Larimar and Kuwait Capitol.
First round a total of 35 penalty points. Wir kommen zu Italien. Da sollten 38 Punkte
Erines and Ilabi Valerio, or Valerio Ilabi. Erines sired by Ucato and Hiranus.
Erinos von Ucato und Valerio Ilabi.
Former horse of Nicholas Channing Williams. Bred in the Netherlands by the family Schuring. The dam is the sister to the stallions Overmars and Haigai. Taking risks. But so far it pays off for this Italian rider. For Valerio Ilapi. Trying to be clear, but even he doesn't make it. as we do have a reel down in the middle part of the triple combination. Now on to the last and final part. We move on to the right. We move on to the last part. It's another reel down. It makes it a total of 8.
8 Punkte, 72,93 Sekunden. 8 penalties sind 72.93 seconds für Valerio, Ielappi und Irinus. Somit können 38 Punkte gestrichen werden. 2x4, 1x8, total 16 gehen in die Wertung. The total for Italy in the first round, 16 penalty points. Das Team aus Österreich macht ebenfalls den Abschluss in der ersten Runde mit dem 4. Paar. Bisher 46 Punkte, davon sollten aber 30 gestrichen werden können. Dann sind wir bei 16, die aktuell in die Wertung gehen, und wir begrüßen zum Abschluss den 16-jährigen Hannoveraner Wallach Standa von Staccato und Naomi Ruth.
Team Austria with Naomi Ruth. Her horse is stand up number 6. Refusal on the first fence for this Staccato Escudo offspring. That's a little bit a pity, as Team Austria could use a good result after 30-12 and 4 penalties. And we're not at the finish line yet. The most difficult part still has to come, also for this lady. Oof. Not the kind of rhythms he's looking for. No problems on the big water, as we didn't see any problems over there the whole afternoon. And now the more technical part of the course has started with the triple combination. Oxer for penalties, a vertical down. Only the final fence stays ahead. Well, let's see where we are, including time.
15 Punkte, 81,35 Sekunden. Enthalten sind 3 Punkte für das Überschreiten der Zeit. 15 penalty points in total, 3 for the
Total
time.
amount of 15, including 3 for time. As we've been watching to Team Austria, to Naomi Ruth with stand up.
Ein Total von 31 Punkten aus der ersten Runde. The total for Austria in the first round, 31 penalty points. Zu Deutschland mit 12, 4 und 8 Punkten gestartet. 12 sind aktuell als Streichergebnis vorgesehen. 12 gehen in die Wertung. Und den Abschluss für das deutsche Team machen der 11-jährige in Westfalen gezogene Wallach Chakalakate von Confidence und Carlotta Terhörst.
Chakalakate and Carlotta Terhörst. 11 years of age, this offspring from Confidence. Team Germany 12, 4 and 8. So a total amount of 12 penalties so far. Puts them on a decent second position so far. Well, we do have in the lead Team Monaco and Team France with 8 penalties. Switzerland and Germany currently on 12. And a great ride so far for Carlotta Terhörst. Chakalakati by Confidence. Reel down, middle part of the triple combination. The riders do realize that they had to move forward after the triple combination if they want to clear that Oxer number 9. Leaving a stride away over there always paid off so far. You need to take some risks in the lines. You need to have the confidence in your horse in this class And I think it's just a reel down.
75.04 Sekunden for faults in
Nice result
75.04 seconds.
for Carlotta Terhorst and
Somit
Chaka
können
Lakati.
12 Punkte gestrichen werden beim Team Deutschland. 4, 8 und 4, also total 16 gehen in die Wertung. Somit ziehen sie gleich mit dem Team aus Italien. Total for Germany after the first round 16 penalty points. Ein Reiter leider nach einer Nullrunde kurz vor dem Ziel ausgeschieden bei der Equipe aus Frankreich. 2x4 Punkte, total 8 gehen bis dato in die Wertung und den Abschluss machen die 10-jährige belgische
Italy
Gruppe
and
Galilei
Germany both on
von
16 penalties so far as we move on with France. 4-4, an elimination after a clear round, but a fall just before the finish line. So all the pressure on the shoulders of William Ligier de la Prade and Gaillet is sired by Clintissimo out of them by Fiji du Fleury. Decent start, clear start. Bah, taking risks there, coming close in to the triple bar. I think I heard a bar dropping down, but I'm not sure. Don't see anything happen. That must be a reel down. So on 4 so far. And these 4 penalties do count for the total result of Team France. Triple combination cleared. In that forward rhythm. Onto Oxer number 9. No problems so far for this young lad riding for Team France. Great ride. Got to say. Cleared also the final fence. It's just 4 penalties, putting Team France in the lead. 12 penalties, the total amount of Team France. With only 2 riders left in the first round of the FEI Nations Cup for the juniors.
A total of 12 penalty points for the team from France. 12 points en total pour l'équipe de France. Mit bisher 8 Punkten, 8-0 ohne Streichergebnis, das Team aus Monaco.
Team Monaco has did send over just 3 combinations for the FEI Nations Cup for the juniors. 8 and a clear, the only clear so far in the hands of Anastasia Nielsen. Their final rider, Kristina Klebanova, Boreal de Rode. And this Boreal de Rode is bred by Michel Huberson, sired by Arpège Pierreville. The dam is by Credo de Palstra, former ride of Alain Juffert, French top rider. Gave this horse a very good education. Clearing the track so far, this difficult track, showing a big amount of scope. This mare, born in 2011, makes her 11 years of age. Will this be the second clear for Team Monaco? The answer is yes. What a ride. Team Monaco here present with only 3 riders, and they are in the lead with only 8 penalties so far.
Junioren gezeigt von Boreal de Rode und Kristina Klebanova. A clear round und somit bleibt es bei den 8 Punkten. Man benötigt kein Streichergebnis, wenn man auch so die Führung übernimmt. Mit insgesamt 8 Punkten, also in Führung das Team aus Monaco. A total of 8 penalty points for the team from Monaco, and this team is in the lead so far. 8, 8 und 4 ergibt 20 Strafpunkte für das Team aus der Schweiz. Bestenfalls können sie noch auf 12 Punkte kommen. Schlusspaar für unsere Heimequipe sind die 13-jährige Oldenburger Stute PB Stagenta von Stackatol und Anna Siegmann.
Final rider for Team Switzerland. Anna Siegmann and PB Stagenta by Staccatol and Cento. It's the final rider in this first round of the Nations Cup. Within the lead, Team Monaco on a second position so far. Team France and Switzerland. But a lot of pressure on the shoulders of this young lady, Anna Siegmann. Is it a clear with her PB Stagenta? The answer is yes indeed. So an ex-Seiko second place for Team Switzerland and Team France. And on a fourth position in this Nations Cup so far, Team Germany and Team Italia. Very, very exciting Nations Cup for the juniors. While we have a small break of just 15 minutes before we continue with the second round. And if you don't want to miss anything about this FEI Jumping Nations Cup for the juniors, please stay on with Clip My Horse, and we keep you updated all afternoon long.
Aus diesem ersten Umlauf. Dann führt Monaco mit 8 Strafpunkten, gefolgt von Frankreich und der Schweiz mit jeweils 12 Punkten. Dann folgen Italien und Deutschland mit 16 Strafpunkten. Österreich mit 31 und Dänemark mit 35 Punkten. Das ist das aktuelle Klassement nach der ersten Runde im FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth bei den Junioren, hier bei der letzten und 8. Etappe in Dielsdorf. Insgesamt haben wir 3 fehlerfreie Runden gesehen, zweimal für Monaco, einmal für die Schweiz, und somit gehen wir in eine kurze Pause, wünschen Ihnen, meine Damen und Herren, gute Erholung und bis gleich. Zürich Youth Masters 2022, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Der zweite Umlauf des FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth bei den Junioren steht auf dem Programm. Es ist nahezu die unveränderte gleiche Runde wie im ersten Umlauf, mit dem einzigen Unterschied, dass im zweiten Umlauf der große Wassergraben überbaut wurde. Das heißt, es gibt, wenn ein Pferd ins Wasser treten sollte, keine Strafpunkte mehr. Dafür kann es theoretisch am offenen Wasser, am Wasser, das eben nicht mehr offen ist, auch zu einem Stangenfehler kommen. Die Startreihenfolge ist die umgekehrte des Klassements nach dem ersten Umlauf. Das heißt, es eröffnet Dänemark mit 35 Punkten, es folgt Österreich mit 31 Punkten, dann Italien mit 16 Punkten, Deutschland mit 16 Punkten, Frankreich mit 12 Punkten, die Schweiz mit 12 Punkten und zum Abschluss die nach dem ersten Lauf Führenden aus Monaco mit 8 Strafpunkten. FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth second round, in the reverse order of the positions after the first round with a total of 35 penalty points. We start with Denmark. Mit Dänemark gehen wir in die Bahn und begrüßen zum zweiten Mal bei uns in der Arena Aramis und Emma Ponsheim.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome at Clip My Horse, where we are watching to the Youth Festival in Zurich. We do have on the program a Nations Cup, and this Nations Cup will be for the juniors. We do have 7 countries competing. It is the second round. We are going to watch 2, and we only had 3 clears in the first round. 2 times for Monaco. They are in the lead with 8 penalties. Switzerland and France are in a runner-up position with 12 penalties. Then we do have on a 4th position Execo, Italy and Germany. Austria 31 and Denmark with 35 penalties. Emma Ponsheim is the first rider for Team Denmark, as he also had to start in the first round. Annika Nohofer riding for the team of Austria, also down in the ranking with 31 penalties. She had 30 penalties in her first performance. That's including time. So far she's on 4 while we continue. Now on to the last fence, to the final auxer. Small hesitation over there. A little bit less control.
12 Strafpunkte, 76,08 Sekunden, 12 penalties, 76.
And now it's a round with 12 penalties for the Austria rider Annika Neuhofer and Dornrose.
Die Mauer zu kontrollieren, Hindernis Nummer 10. Herzlichen Dank dafür. Und der Start ist freigegeben für das dritte Team, das ist Italien mit insgesamt 16 Strafpunkten zum zweiten Mal in der Bahn. In der ersten Runde mit lediglich 4 Punkten. Das sind Razia del Castegno und Morgana Santini.
Per Italia, Morgana Santini and Razia del Castegno. Only a reel down in their first appearance. Team Italy on a current 4th position, ex aequo with Team Germany. 16 penalties, the total amount for Italy. This course is technical, is tricky. You really need to have a plan. But if you do, some riders just show us that riding easy or riding clear can be easy as well. 2 clears for the Monaco team with only 3 riders present here. A clear for Team Switzerland. And again a reel down for the first rider of Team Italy for Morgana Santini with Razia del Castegno. Five strides from vertical number 10 to 11, 8 penalties so far. And I think also the last one went down. Makes it a total of 12.
In der Reprise 12 Strafpunkte, 76,40 Sekunden, 12 penalties, 76,40 seconds für Morgana Santini, Razia del Castegno und Italien. Wir kommen zu Deutschland mit ebenfalls 16 Strafpunkten aus der ersten Runde. In der ersten Runde hat das erste Paar mit 12 Punkten das Streichresultat geliefert. Das sind Lacrosse und Sebastian Honold.
We move on now with the next rider in is for Germany, Sebastian Honold and Lacrosse by Lord Kidam. So far it's a clear round. Their performance in the first round, 12 penalties. It's the skip result for the German team as they also had rounds with 4, 8 and 4. But a great revanche for Sebastian Honold, who's riding clear in his second appearance here in the Nations Cup for the juniors in Zurich during the Zürich Youth Masters.
Und die zweite Runde mit 0 Punkten in der Zeit, 78,15 Sekunden, a clearance 78.15 seconds für Deutschland. Bleibt bei 16
We do have
Punkten
France and Switzerland left in the first round.
Runde 2. Zu Frankreich.
placed
12 Strafpunkte
nations
nach der ersten Runde. 4
when
dazu
we're looking
geliefert
to
hat das
the
erste
first
Paar
round.
Kashmir de la Bonne und
Results of
Jean-Alexandre
this
Le Gras.
rider, Jean-Alexandre Le Gras. One drill down with Kashmir de la Bonne, who is by Duc de Murier and Eurocommerce Berlin. That's pity. Immediately a reel down on the first fence. As they continue. Clear so far, but the 4 are on the scoring screen already. And then it's a long way to the finish. Small hesitation in the corner there. The water fence made a little bit easier in this second round. Course designer has put up 2 white bars ahead or above the water, while the horses and riders were jumping that fence already pretty easy. So I don't think it was really necessary. But he did. This last line, that's a tricky line. 5 strides from vertical number 10 to oxer number 11. 1 reel down at the first fence. Cleared the rest of its track. So it's an unlucky reel down for Jean-Alexandre Le Gras and Kashmir de la Bonne.
74.15 seconds, Jean-Alexandre Le Gras und Kashmir de la Bonne. Zweimal 4 Punkte für das Startpaar, für die Equipe aus Frankreich. Wir kommen zur Schweiz, ebenfalls 12 Strafpunkte aus dem ersten Umlauf. Mit 8 Punkten aus der ersten Runde in der Bahn Quiamant und Linus Hanselmann.
We continue with Team Switzerland, runner-up in the Nations Cup so far. Together, ex aequo with France, 12 is their total amount. Linus Hanselmann und Quiamant, 2 reels down in their first appearance. Did put them on 8. Oof. Very deep in the foot of the triple bar. Stretching it all out on fence number 4B. But still, it's a clear so far. Some small hesitations, while the most tricky part of the course still has to come for Linus Hanselmann. 8 penalties after his first round. And look at the screen. Clear so far, with only 3 fences left. 5 strides to oxer number 11, turning right now, taking his time to the final oxer, and also that one stays in the cup. It's a clear round for Team Switzerland. And that's a perfect result for the home nation.
Clear in 74.53 seconds. Es bleibt bei 12 Strafpunkten aus dem ersten Umlauf, auch nach der ersten Runde, der zweiten Runde des FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth für die Schweiz. Team Monaco liegt in Führung mit 8 Punkten nach der ersten Runde, ohne Startreiter unterwegs, und somit beginnen wir wieder mit den zweiten Reitern bei Dänemark. Bis dato sind es 35 Punkte aus Runde 1, 8 Punkte aus Runde 2, also total 43, und unterwegs in der Bahn sind Bogegardens Graf Top und Natascha Tang Kaspersen.
We continue with the second rider of Team Denmark, Natascha Tang Kaspersen, Bøgengardes Graf Top. He's born in 2019. Looking a little bit for the right rhythm, especially when she canters up to vertical number 7. Didn't look so confident there. Seem to be well played into each other. Seem to be a great combination, this pair. She does trust her horse completely, as she gives him all the chance to jump defenses. The results, 8 penalties, while she had 23 in their first appearance. So the 8 must feel like an improvement for the second one in. Natascha Teng-Kaspersen with Bogengardes Kraft op.
Zu Österreich. 31 Punkte aus Umlauf 1, 12 von Startpaar in Runde 2 und Papillon d'Azur und Thomas.
Yeah, 3 reels down
12 Punkte für dieses Paar
for this pair in the first round. Thomas Himmelmeier with Papillon d'Azur. Decided by Lord Pezzi out of Pick Junior. At the reel down in the combination over there. It clears it now, taking its time a little bit more. Team Austria disappointing with 31 penalties in total. Big differences between the nations here in the FEI Jumping Nations Cup for juniors during the Zürich Youth Masters. Small touche, middle part of the triple combination. But he seemed to be more in his rhythm than he did in his first appearance. Horse has a huge canter. He really has to take its time between the fences in the lines. And that's an unlucky reel down. 12 and 4 for Thomas Himmelmeier with Papillon d'Azur.
Somit ebenfalls mit 12 und 4, 16 Strafpunkte bisher für Österreich ohne Berücksichtigung eines möglichen Streichergebnisses in Runde 2. Italien, 16 Punkte aus Runde 1, 12 von Startreiterin Morgana Santini in Runde 2 und in der Bahn sind Baron d'Aventure und Tommaso Arica. Diese beiden Streichergebnisse in der ersten Runde mit 38 Fehlerpunkten.
As we continue with the next one in for Italy. Fence number 7 dropped to the ground. Tommaso Arica and Baron d'Aventure. Sired by Diamant de Semi in the dam line Volcan Rouge. Second rider for Team Italy, who still has a view on the stage with a total amount of 16. Ex aequo with Team Germany.
Es sind 8 Strafpunkte, 2 Springfehler, 78, 84 Sekunden.
8 penalties now for this rider, for this pair who had in their first appearance a total amount of 38.
Punkte bisher in Runde 2 für das Team aus Italien.
So much better than their first appearance.
Deutschland,
Team Italy,
16
Tommaso
Punkte Umlauf
Arrica
1,
with Baron.
Startreiter Sebastian Honold in der zweiten Runde strafpunktfrei. Das nächste Paar 4 Strafpunkte aus der ersten Runde geliefert. Das sind Classic White und Emma Bachel für Deutschland.
Emma Bachel is the next one. She's riding for Germany. In her hands, the range of Classic White Clarimo Cassini. Small look to their first result. Just 4 penalties, only 4. Team Germany wasn't bad, but wasn't good either. With 12, 4, 8 and another 4. A little bit too much. 16 penalties in total. Puts them on an ex-aequo 4th position. But it's just a small gap between 4 and clear. And so far she seemed to have the right rhythm. She seemed to be in the right shape to make it a clear. Oof, coming close there. Oxer number 9 taking risks. Beautifully on to the last one. Keep it in the cups. Keep the rails above, but she doesn't. It's another 4.
Fehler am letzten Sprung, 4 Strafpunkte, 74.
So Team Germany on clear and 4 in their second round. Emma Bachel with Classic White.
2x4 Punkte für Classic White und Emma Bachel und 4 Punkte in Umlauf 2 für Deutschland, welches 16 Punkte aus der ersten Runde mitbringt. Frankreich. 12 Punkte Runde 1, 4 Punkte durch Startreiter Jean-Alexandre Legras in Runde 2. Und als zweites Paar in der Bahn sind Tam Tam du Vallon und Charles Rülcan.
As we continue with France, with Charles Rülcan and Tam Tam du Vallon. Probably one of the most experienced horses here in this Nations Cup. As this horse has been ridden before by Martin Fuchs. Augryon de Chambre out of Quidam de Revel. Clear so far. First round, just 4 penalties. Team France, ex-aequo on a second position. Losing its martingale over there. Does not have to be a big problem. Hopefully they can stay concentrated on the final fences. Are we looking at a clear? It looks like, and it is. For Team France, excellent job by Charles Rülcan and Tam Tam du Vallon.
sans faute, 74 secondes 86 centièmes, Tam Tam du Vallon, Charles Rülcan.
Team France stay on 12 so far in this Nations Cup. Excellent job by Charles Rülcan.
4 Punkte in Runde 2, die verbleiben aktuell also mit 16 Punkten unterwegs. Die Schweiz, 12 Punkte aus der ersten Runde. Startreiter Linus Hanselmann blieb in der zweiten Runde fehlerfrei. Mit 8 Punkten aus der ersten Runde in der Bahn Lift the Light On und Lou Puch.
Now we continue with the home nation with Team Switzerland. 12 their total. We had 8, we had 4, and they clear for the Swiss team. Starting their second round with a clear already. While we are currently looking to the performance of Lupuk. Leave the light on by Lord Pezzi and Lordanos. Looks good, looks safe. Smoothly riding by Lupuk. Beautifully jumped over that spooky vertical, which causes a lot of problems in the first round. But once the horses did see the fence, they keep it in the cups. 4 penalties on the final fence. France and Swiss do stay on 12 penalties, and there's the first rider for Monaco. Surprisingly good. With just 3 riders present here, but 2 of them did a road clear in the first round. Eva Ray and Tonique Dick. They scored 8 in their first performance. Let's see how they continue in their second round. But definitely in good shape. The team of Monaco. Combination number 13 of the starting order. Small hesitation there, coming into the double. But her horse, Tonique Dick, has its eyes open. Don't want to make mistakes. And so far, he's doing the job very good. Setting him up. Coming deep on the first fence of the triple combination. 4 penalties, and all the mistakes she make are counting for Team Monaco. They were the leaders in this Nations Cup for the juniors. But with 8 again, Team Monaco will drop down in the ranking. It's 12, and those 12 points do count. So that's a pity for Eva Ray and Tonique Dick. France and Switzerland stay in the lead now. So we do have new leaders in this Nations Cup for the juniors.
Kommen zu Dänemark mit 35 Punkten aus Runde 1 aktuell, 16 Punkte aus Runde 2. Sie können bestenfalls mit 2 Nullrunden noch auf ein Total von 43 Punkten kommen. Als drittes Paar in der Bahn Landlist Calicon und Caroline Knudsen.
Next one in. It's the third rider for Team Denmark. Caroline Knudsen. Landlist Calicon by Di Capo. 8 penalties. The results in the first round. Well, so far it looks good to this young Danish pair. I said young because her horse is born in 2014. Only 8 years of age. But he knows how to clear a fence. Great job so far. Turning left and afterwards turning right. 2 fences left now. As said, 8 penalties in their first appearance. And here is not a clear. No, it's 4, but a late 4.
Dieser letzte Sprung
As
scheint
only
wirklich
the
die
last
dritte zu
fans
sein. Auch
turned
hier
down.
ein Fehler leider zum Schluss. 4 Strafpunkte, 71, 7,2 Sekunden for full.
But a great performance
72 seconds, landest Kalikon.
for Caroline Knudsen, who will be very happy
Somit
with that results after
in
8
Runde
penalties in
22
their first
Punkte.
round.
Davon gehen 12 bestimmt in die Wertung für das Team aus Dänemark. Wir kommen zu Österreich. 31 Punkte aus Runde 1, aktuell 16 Punkte in Runde 2. Sie können bestenfalls noch auf 35 Punkte kommen und 4 Punkte geliefert haben das nächste Paar für diese Equipe. Das sind Chalube und Antonia Weichselbraun.
While we continue with Antonia Weichselbraun, Team Austria, her result in the first round, just 4 penalties. So she came very close to a clear round. Her horse is Chaloube, is sired by Chaman, within the dam line Klasse Vidiel. Tricky triple, but still everything in the cups for Antonia Weichselbraun. The best result in the Austria team in the first round already, and now with a clean sheet onto the last Oxer. The final Oxer stays in the cups, and there's the clear for Austria. Great result again for Antonia Weichselbraun.
Chalube, 74,79 Sekunden, a clear round 74.79 seconds. Somit bleibt die Chance gewahrt, mit 35 Punkten diesen FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth zu beenden für das Team aus Österreich. Wir kommen zu Italien. 16 Punkte Runde 1, aktuell 20 Punkte Runde 2. Bestmöglicher Score 24 Punkte und als drittes Paar mit 4 Punkten aus dem ersten Umlauf Alaska Dubarry und Giorgia Riva.
Giorgia Riva per Italia, for Italy. Alaska Dubarry. The result in round number 1, 4 penalties, but we have a reel down already, an early reel down. Doesn't make riding easy, as you know already that you're behind since one of the first fences. Speeding up their rhythm during the course. Assertive riding. Offensive riding. But this horse has qualities, the qualities to jump a clear in the future as well. Team Italy at a total amount of 16 after round number 1. What will this rider do? Giorgia Riva with Alaska Dubarry. Another reel down. It's really gambling on the last one. And that's a pity, as it's 4 and 4 for Giorgia Riva, one of the team members of Team Italy.
Italien bestenfalls noch auf 28 Punkte kommen mit einer fehlerfreien Schlussrunde. Wir kommen zu Deutschland. 16 Punkte Runde 1, 4 Punkte bis dato aus Runde 2. Mit 8 Punkten in der ersten Runde das dritte Paar in der Bahn Guinness.
Pressure is rising as we are looking to the last riders in the Nations Cup for the juniors. The next one in is for Germany. Elena Malin-Reitzner with Guinness. Guinness by Korland and Ahorn. 4 penalties as the first one of the double combination is kicked out of the cups. She had 8 in her first round with this horse. The most difficult part of the track still has to come. Course designer really puts a tempting course out. And these young riders really did made to have a plan during the course walk. Final fence coming up with 4 so far. Clears one of the most difficult fences of the course, but it's another 4 for Team Germany, which is on clear 4 and 4 now, with only 1 rider to go. Still left Team France, Team Monaco and Team Switzerland. France and Switzerland in the lead now.
Dann Frankreich. 12 Punkte Runde 1, 4 Punkte Runde 2. Und in der Bahn sind Botticelli Margot und Alexandre Remaud.
Team France, Alexandre Remaud and Botticelli Margot by Calvaro. Team France, 4-4. Elimination for this pair as they fall after the last fence just before the finish line. But they were the first who left all the poles into the cups. And it doesn't look spectacular, but it's very effective. That's really a pity. Team France, so far, a 4 and a clear. So, at least 4 penalties will be written down on the total amount of 12 for Team France.
Acht Punkte, 75,57 Sekunden, 8,75 secondes 57 centièmes. Botticelli, Margot, Alexandre Remaud, 8 penalties for France. Somit Frankreich mit der Möglichkeit, bestenfalls auf 16 Punkte zu kommen.
Yeah, Team France is so far on 16 points, with the 4 points on the scoring sheet of Alexandre Remaud and Botticelli Margot. Now the next one in the home country, Team Switzerland, Jean Paradis with Imperium. Imperium by Schatman and Kodexko.
12 Strafpunkte, 74, 3, 4 Sekunden, 12,74 secondes, 34 centièmes, 12 penalties, 74,34 seconds für Jean Paradis und Imperium. Somit bestmöglicher Score für die Schweiz, genau gleich wie für Frankreich, 16 Strafpunkte. Vorausgesetzt ein fehlerfreier Schlussritt. Monaco ist an der Reihe, führend nach dem ersten Umlauf.
Team Monaco is the next country in the next nation. Team Monaco present here with 3 riders.
Mit einem Paar, das in der ersten Runde fehlerfrei geblieben ist, nämlich Echo Sanzet und Anastasia.
But 2 of them stayed clear, and one of the riders who stayed clear was this Anastasia Nielsen with Echo's son Z, bred by Niels Bruinzels, the former rider of the sire to this horse, Echo van Spieveld. Combined here with Nabab de Rêve. Born in 2011, 11 years of age. In this case, they couldn't make it for a second clear, as the bar is kicked out in the first fence of the double combination. Canters out of the corner for their first distance to the open water. Coming big there, but her horse Echo's son saved her over there. He literally does. What a quality. He really bumps off the ground. As you hear them catching off. Lots of quality. Great ride. So far only 4 penalties. All the pressure on the 3 ladies in the Monaco equipe. 4 penalties now. Penalties which count. Let's see Anastasia Nielsen for Team Monaco. The final rounds for each nation. 7 rounds left in this Nations Cup for the youth. For the juniors, over a height of 1.40 meter. It's the second round. France in the lead, just before Switzerland. But still, everything can happen. Frida Munke Lasse with Valérie Pellarimar. Just 1 reel down in their first appearance. Again for penalties. No clear rounds today for Frida Munke Lassen. But so far she's very consistent. She did have 4 penalties after her first round. Look to her performance in the second round. Great jumping of her Valeriaeska. Total amount of 8 now.
Es sind 8 Strafpunkte, 74, 3, 4 Sekunden.
8, 8, 4 and 8 for the Danish team. Team Denmark will stay down in the result list during the Jumping Nations Cup for the juniors.
In the FEI Jumping Nations Cup use 55 penalty points.
Total amount of 55 penalties.
Wir kommen zu Österreich. Diese Equipe kann bestenfalls auf 35 Punkte kommen.
I don't think this is Austria we're looking at. We do. Camera guy had already in his view the Italian rider, Valerio Ilapi. But we first are going to watch to Naomi Roet. 8 penalties. during the first round, and there's a refusal, a miscommunication on the first oxer of the course, fence number 2. It's not easy today. Doesn't have to. But the juniors are really tested on their qualities in this course. And it's a refusal for the Austria rider Naomi Ruth with stand up.
Naomi Ruth auf die Fortsetzung ihres Parcours liefert somit das Streichergebnis für Team Österreich.
Doesn't feel safe anymore as it decides to put her horse first in a better shape and then get back into the course arena again.
Zu Italien. Diese Mannschaft kann bestenfalls noch auf 28 Punkte kommen.
For Italy.
Und Schlusspaar sind Erinus und
The
Valerio.
final rider. Valerio Ilapi with Erinus, sired by Ukato out of a dam by Heranus. That's looking good. Offensive riding by this young man for Italy. Per Italia. He really has to control his horse. Is very eager to jump those fences, those 1 meter 40 fences. Coming close now, kicking out some blocks of the wall. Vertical number 10 with 4 penalties on to the last one, and also a rail down over there. Total amount of 8, and he had 8 already from his first round. We've been watching to Valerio Ilapi, the final rider for Team Italy, with 4 riders left in this Nations Cup for the juniors.
36 Zählern, the total for Italy in the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth here in Bielsdorf. 36 penalty points. Zu Deutschland. Bestmöglicher Score für das deutsche Team 20 Punkte. Und Schlusspaar sind Chakala KT und Carlotta Terhörst.
While we move on with the next rider in, as said, 4 countries left, the best countries so far, although the best results so far. This is Germany with Carlotta Terhorst. Chakalati kicks out a rail, an early rail down. Had 4 in her first round. Team Germany clear, 4 and 4. So it's an important round for Carlotta ter Horst. And then the 4 penalties he has already don't help her. Speeding up now. Ooh, she has to stay in balance. Saved herself over there in the triple combination. Stayed up just in time. Now on to the last one. I think she has 8 penalties already.
16 Punkte, 74,10 Sekunden.
Total amount of 16, a disappointing 16 after a first round with only 4 penalties.
Die beiden das Streichergebnis in Runde 2. Mit 16 und 8, also total 24 Punkten, beendet Deutschland den FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth hier in Diersdorf. The total for Germany, 24 penalty points.
Team Germany at 24 penalties in total, but we go now to the head of the race, to the best countries so far, to France, Switzerland and Monaco.
Nach 2 Umläufen wäre dann ein Stechen um den Sieg vonnöten, welches von allen 4 Paaren pro Equipe geritten würde, erneut mit Streichergebnis auch im Stechen. Soweit sind wir aber noch nicht. Aktuell
currently on 16, Team France.
Frankreich im
Final rider of them is William Ligier de la Prade. 4 penalties after his first round with Galilei. And Galilei is sired by Clintissimo. And in the dam line we do recognize Fiji du Fleury. Looks good. Looks excellent. As he's still clear. France really needs a clear round if they want to win this Nations Cup. They are ahead of Monaco. They are equal with Team Switzerland. If this young lad rides clear, he puts France in an excellent position to win the Nations Cup. 3 fences left. The pressure's rising. Be patient. Taking risks. And then it's suddenly 8, I think. Block out of the wall. Fence down. 8 penalties. We skipped the 8, but we do have 8 left. Team France on a total amount of 20.
Und somit gehen 12 Punkte auch im zweiten Umlauf in die Wertung bei Frankreich. Frankreich somit ebenfalls mit 24 Punkten gleich auf mit Deutschland.
Yeah, and I think this miscalculated somewhere. They put Team France on 24.
Total pour l'équipe de France de 24 points. Somit die Chance für die Schweiz, diesen FEI Jumping Nations
like Germany
zu gewinnen mit einem Paar,
on
das bereits in
24.
der ersten Runde fehlerfrei war.
The best papers are now for Team Switzerland, the home country, who's still able to win the Nations Cup for the juniors. Sending in Anna Siegmann with PB Stagenta. And this lady cleared the track in an earlier stage. Team Switzerland with a clear with 4 and with 12. But this is maybe one of their strongest riders. Anna Siegmann and the 13-year-old Stagenta. Beautiful clear so far. But we still have a big part to go. Be patient. Only 3 fences left. Now it's all about control. Keeping your head cool. This can't get wrong anymore with 1 fence left. 4 penalties, but it doesn't matter. Stays in the saddle. Team Switzerland does win the Nations Cup on home ground after a round with clear and for Christina, for Anna Siegmann and PB Stagenta. Switzerland will be victorious in this FEI Nations Cup for the juniors. Great result for them, as we have 1 rider left. Team Monaco, after the first round, they stayed in the lead. Losing the screen now, but it doesn't matter. You might hear me as I tell you that Team Switzerland keeps the victory in Swiss, in Zurich. 4 riders. The first one in 8 and clear. The second one 8 and 4. Third rider 4 and the skip result. And the final rider clear and 4. Puts them on a total amount of 16 penalties. And with that result, they do win the Nations Cup in Zurich. Yeah, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We've been watching to the FEI Jumping Nations Cup. Took place in Zurich at the Youth Masters. So we did see the children, where Team France was victorious. The Juniors Nations Cup was kept at home soil as Team Switzerland was victorious. A very, very exciting class. A very tricky and technical course set up by the course designer. We did see 7 nations, while Switzerland was victorious. I thank you for watching. Keep on watching at Clip My Horse. And if you want to see everything, or if you want to scroll through our Mediathek, please become a premium member and get access to all the videos available. Thanks a lot for watching, and bye bye for now.
Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, werte Reiterinnen und Reiter, ich darf Sie an dieser Stelle noch auf den heutigen Abend aufmerksam machen, auf die Tommy Hilfiger Equestrian Party ab 21 Uhr in unserem Restaurantbereich im Festzelt mit DJ Alan Nice, und die ersten 250 Tommy Hilfiger Drinks sind offeriert. Heute Abend ab 21 Uhr Tommy Hilfiger Equestrian Party im Festzelt. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's party program, Tommy Hilfiger Equestrian Party, at 9 o'clock p.m. DJ Alan Nice and the first 250 Tommy Hilfiger drinks are for free. Wir freuen uns auf die Siegerehrung mit der siegreichen Equipe aus der Schweiz. Auf dem zweiten Platz folgt das Team aus Monaco und der dritte Platz geht an das Team aus Frankreich. Die weiteren Platzierungen: Rang 4 Deutschland, 5 Italien, 6 Österreich und 7 Dänemark. In a few moments, the prize-giving ceremony with the winning Swiss team. Second place for Monaco, third place for France, and the other teams. The fourth place for Germany, fifth Italy, sixth Austria and seventh Denmark. Zürich Youth Masters 2022, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth der Junioren, begrüßen wir die Siegerequipe aus der Schweiz und die Platzierten. FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth, ausgetragen in 2 Umläufen nach Fehlern und Zeit. Wir freuen uns beim CSIO der Junioren auf die Siegerehrung und Preisverteilung. Wir bitten die platzierten Reiterinnen und Reiter abzusitzen und hinter dem Podium Aufstellung zu beziehen und bedanken uns an dieser Stelle recht herzlich bei Epona, Pferde- und Tierversicherungen. Simona Steinmeier begrüßen wir an dieser Stelle recht herzlich. Epona, der Presenting Sponsor des FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth, hier bei der 8. und letzten Etappe für die Qualifikation für den Final im September im niederländischen Kronenberg. Herzlichen Dank an Epona Tierversicherungen als Presenting Sponsor des FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth. Wir begrüßen seitens der internationalen Jury unseren Gast aus Deutschland, Stefan Hellwig, und den Präsidenten und Initianten des Zürich Youth Masters, Yves von Balmos. Wir bedanken uns neben Hauptsponsor Epona recht herzlich bei den weiteren Sponsoren dieses FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth, Hippona Pferdefutter, Gottlieber Hüppen und BDO Schweiz, und bedanken uns auch für die Paradedecken beim Hauptsponsor Tommy Hilfiger Equestrian. Wir beginnen mit dem 3. Platz. The third place, troisième place, mit insgesamt 24 Punkten, Zeit 444,98 Sekunden. Ihr Applaus für die Equipe aus Frankreich, l'Équipe de France. Angeführt von Chef d'équipe Olivier Bost gehen die Gratulationen an Jean-Alexandre Legras und Cashmia de la Bonne, Charles Rulquin Tam-Tam du Vallon, Alexandre Remond, Botticelli Margot und William Ligier de la Prade und Galilée, l'Équipe de France. Der 2. Platz, the second place, mit ebenfalls 24 Punkten der schnelleren Gesamtzeit von 443,18. Ihr Applaus für das Team aus Monaco. Angeführt von Chefin d'Equipe Renata Fuchs, die Gratulationen an Eva Reh und Tonik Dick, an Anastasia Nielsen und Echo Sanzet und Christina Klebanova und Boreal de Roth, Team Monaco. Und die Nationenpreis-Premiere hier am Zürich Youth Masters 2022 gewinnt mit einem Gesamtscore von 20 Punkten und 444,50 Sekunden das Team Schweiz. Angeführt von Chefin d'Equipe Conny Notz gehen die Gratulationen an Linus Hanselmann Quiermant, Lupuch Lifterleiton, Jean Paradis Imperium und Anna Sigmann PB Stagenta, l'équipe de Suisse. Herzliche Gratulation an Team Schweiz und meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, wir bitten Sie, sich von Ihren Plätzen zu erheben. Zu Ehren des Siegerteams ertönt die Nationalhymne der Schweiz. Ihr Applaus für die Schweiz, angeführt von Chefin d'Equipe Conny Notz, Linus Hanselmann, Lou Puch, Jean Paradis und Anna Sigmann. Die Gratulationen werden nun überbracht durch die Vertreterin des Presenting Sponsor der Bona Tierversicherungen, Simona Steinmeier. Angefangen bei den drittplatzierten Franzosen mit Chef d'équipe Olivier Boste, Jean-Alexandre Legras, Charles Rulquin, Alexandre Remond und William Ligier de la Prat. Die zweitplatzierte Equipe aus Monaco mit Chefin d'équipe Renata Fuchs, Eva Reh, Anastasia Nielsen und Christina Klebanova. Und die siegreiche Equipe aus der Schweiz, angeführt von Chefin d'Equipe Conny Notz, Linus Hanselmann, Lupuch, Jean Paradis und Anna Sigmann. Die Gratulationen seitens der internationalen Jury, überbracht durch den Foreign Judge, der ausländische Richter Stefan Hellwig aus Deutschland. Und die Gratulationen des Organisationskomitees der Zürich Youth Masters durch den Präsidenten und Initianten Yves von Balmos. Das Ganze natürlich im Bilde für die Ewigkeit festgehalten von unserer Turnierfotografin Katja Stupia. Bilder alle einsehbar auf www.stupia.com. Währenddem die Bilder mit sämtlichen Verantwortlichen hier festgehalten werden, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, möchten wir unsererseits einen Dank aussprechen an alle Sponsoren und Donatoren und an das ganze Team um das Zürich Youth Masters 2022. Ich denke, Yves von Balmos und seine ganze Equipe mit allen Helfern und Funktionären haben für diese gelungene Nationenpreispremiere ihren Applaus verdient. Und die Reiterinnen und Reiter dürfen nun wieder aufsitzen, währenddem wir uns bedanken bei Epona als Presenting Sponsor Epona Tierversicherungen, vertreten durch Simona Steinmeier an der Siegerehrung und Preisverteilung dieses FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth. Herzlichen Dank. Stellvertretend an das gesamte Richtergremium für den Foreign Judge, Stefan Hellweg aus Deutschland. Herzlichen Dank an die weiteren Preisspendern, Hypona Pferdefutter, Gottleber Hüppen, BDO Schweiz und Deckensponsor und Hauptsponsor Tommy Hilfiger Equestrian. Herzliche Gratulation an alle Reiterinnen und Reiter für den tollen Sport, den wir im FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth erleben durften über 2 Runden. Félicitations pour le 3e place, l'équipe de France, avec Olivier Boston, Alexandre Legras, Charles Rulquin, Alexandre Remaud, William Ligier de la Prat. Congratulations to Team Monaco for the 2nd place, Renata Fuchs, Evare, Anastasia Nielsen und Kristina Klebanova. Und herzliche Gratulation zum Sieg bei der Heimpremiere an das Team von Conny Notz für die Schweiz, Linus Hanselmann, Lupuch, Jean Paradis und Anna Sigmann. Und nun geht's ab auf die wohlverdiente Ehrenrunde. Zu den Klängen des Zürcher Sechseleutenmarsches begrüßen wir die Siegerequipe aus der Schweiz mit Linus Hanselmann, Lupuch, Jean Paradis, Anna Sigmann. Team Monaco, Evare, Anastasia Nielsen, Kristina Klebanova, l'équipe de France, Jean-Alexandre Legras, Charles Rulquin, Alexandre Remaud, William Ligier de la Prat. Und noch einmal die Schweiz mit Linus Hanselmann, Lupuch, Jean Paradis und Anna Sigmann. Ja, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, nach dem Höhepunkt mit den beiden Nationenpreisen der Children- und Juniorenreiter des heutigen Tages geht es sportlich natürlich noch weiter. 16:15 Uhr Beginn der nächsten Prüfung, CSIO Children kleine Tour. Hindernishöhe 1,10 Meter, Start um 16:15 Uhr. Noch einmal der Hinweis, heute Abend ab 21 Uhr im Festzelt Tommy Hilfiger Equestrian Party mit DJ Alan Nice und die ersten 250 Tommy Hilfiger Drinks sind offeriert. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue at 4:15 with the next class, the small tour from the CSIO Children. And this evening, from 9 o'clock on, party, Tommy Hilfiger Equestrian Party in the restaurant with DJ Alan Nice, and the first 250 Tommy Hilfiger drinks are for free.
Liegt nur extra, oder nicht?
Too much of a good thing. It never made sense to me that I found the real thing. It's better than I thought it could be. Now every night I'm on your right. We just can't overdo too much of a good thing. Oh no, I can never get enough of you.
Mitteilung an die Konkurrentinnen und Konkurrenten der nachfolgenden Prüfung. Parcours ist bereitgestellt, somit auch freigegeben zur Besichtigung. The course is ready for inspection. Le parcours est ouvert pour la reconnaissance. Wir beginnen um 3:45. Beginning of the next class, 4:15. Début de la prochaine épreuve, 4h15.